Philippine Sports, kasama ang iba't ibang pangalan sa palakasan. Power and Play, kasama niyo ako, Noli Iyala, tuwing Sabado mula alas 8 hanggang alas 10 na sa Radyo 5, 92.3 News FM.
Broadcasting live from TV5 Media Center. 25,000 watts ng balita, impormasyon, serbisyo. DWFM Radyo 5 92.3 News FM.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Power and Play! Narito na ako, Noli Iyala, kilalanin ang mga nasa likod ng bawat laro. Sa buhay man o sa playing court, game na tayo! Power and Play sa Radyo 5, 92.3 News FM.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Chumbe, Sibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino,
Power and Play with Kom Noli Iyala. Sumasabak na naman po ang mga atletang Pilipino sa iba't ibang parte ng mundo, international man o lokal. Yan po ang masayang mundo ng sports. At yan ang ating tatalakayin ngayong umaga. E di paano? Bangon na! Power and Play na! Power and Play with Kom Noli Iyala. Magandang umaga mga kapatid, mula po sa aming mga studio dito sa TV5 News Media Center. Ako po si Noli Iyala. Ito po ang Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum, Cherry Tigo, it's fun to drive, Chooks to go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan, True Religion, where passion meets power, and of course, smart. Live smart. Magandang umaga po. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Ang ating mga suki na nag-uuwian na. Siguro patapos na yung mga night duty nung ating mga kaibigan. Yung mga nurses na pauwi na, yung mga security guard, at yung mga nasa call center. Magandang umaga po sa inyo. Lahat ng mga nakikinig sa atin sa Radyo 5, 92.3 News FM. Mayong buntag kaninyong tanan din yan po sa Mati, Davao Oriental. Lalong-lalo na yung mga kababayan ni Congressman Nelson Dayang Hirang. Magandang umaga po, Kong Nelson. Maraming salamat sa pagbisita at sa lahat po ng mga nakikinig sa atin sa Cebu, sa Davao, sa Cagayan de Oro, sa Tacloban. Magandang umaga po sa mga nakatutok sa 1PH on Signal TV. And of course, hello world! Sa lahat po ng nanonood via our Facebook Live. Sabi ko nga, ang makulay na mundo ng palakasan, ito na naman. Ang dami nangyayari sa local news, lalong-lalo na yung mga drama na nangyayari sa PBA, yung nagkaroon ng problema, nagkaroon ng reklamo si Coach Chot Reyes. Doon naman sa NBA, nagkasapakan doon sa loob ng Golden State practice, si Draymond Green at si Jordan Poole, yung world champion ito kaya makaapekto sa kanilang kampanya na papasok na po ang preseason ng NBA. And of course, all over the world, ang ating po mga kababayan ay lumalaban. Mamaya pong alas 9 ng umaga, lalaban po ang ating Philippine Women's Football National Team. Isa pong international friendly dyan po sa Costa Rica. Alas 9 ng umaga, I think mapapanood po ninyo yung laban na yan sa Facebook. Kaya pwede naman yung pagsabayan yan Power and play at saka yung ating Pilipinas. And we wish the Filipinas all the best sa kanilang paghahanda para sa FIFA Women's World Cup next year. Nung isang araw po, nakausap natin si PFF President Mariano Nonong Araneta. And of course, excited na sila sa paghahanda ng ating Women's National Team. Baka nga magkaroon pa ng konting friendly daw dito sa Pilipinas. Abangan po natin yan at maganda yan para sa ating mga kababayan. Of course, lalaban din po within this weekend si Yumir Marshall, yung ating pong Olympic bronze medalist sa isang card na pinangungunahan ng ating rin pong kababayan na si Jerwin Angkahas. Abangan po natin yan. Yan naman ay sa, I think sa California. And yung ating pong kababayan na si Alex Ayala, well, lumalaban po siya dun sa WAT ITF Women's World Tennis Tour. Ito po ay professional na, hindi po junior ito And this is her first $80,000 tournament. Umabot po siya ng quarterfinals nang talunin niya si Catherine Siboff kamakailan, I think kahapon. Subalit kanina pong alas 2 ng umaga, medyo kinapos po ng konti si Alex at siya po ay natalo sa kanyang quarterfinals match versus Marcela Zacarias. 2-6 and 5-7. So si Alex po ay nagpaalam na doon sa WAT Women's World Tennis Tour. Again, si Alex po ay naghahanap ng mga points para siya po ay makakwalify sa mga susunod pa na mga world at major tennis tournaments sa buong mundo. At of course, pinag-uusapan po natin ang mundo ng palakasan. Ngayong araw pong ito ay ating itatampok. Mga bago naman. Bagong mukha, bagong sport, and of course, mga bagong dayo dito sa ating bansa. Mamaya po ay ating itatampok sa ating SlamBook ang sport na Pencak Silat. Ano ba yung Pencak Silat? Ano ba yan? Parang sipa ba yan? Parang sepak takraw? Kasi parang rhyming di ba? Pencak Silat. Ito po isang klase ng martial arts kung saan abay namamayagpag din po ang mga Pilipino. Mamaya po itatampok natin ang kanilang Pangulo, si Princess Jaisel Kiram, at ang kanilang isang napakagaling na national athlete. Mamaya din po itatampok natin ang isa pang sport na hindi na po naman bago pero ito'y kinagigiliwan ng mga kabataan. Yung pong downhill skating. Napapanood nyo ba yun? Minsan sa sine, yung ang bibilis ng takbo ng skateboard pababa ng isang kalsada. Yan po yung downhill skating kung saan noong 2019 ang Pilipinas po ay namakyaw ng mga gintong medalya. Mamaya po ay makakausap natin si Tom Romualdez, isa pong lalaban doon sa isang world championship para pong itong World Cup ng downhill skating. Mamaya po live ay makakausap natin si Tom Romualdez. And ang ating pong itatampok mamaya, ang bago namang mukha, bagong dayuhan, bagong salta na import na napakahusay ng NLEX Road Warriors. Si Earl Clark, veteranong NBA player, legit NBA player na ngayon ay bumubuhat sa koponan ng NLEX. 2-0 na ang NLEX, wala pang talo at siya po ay ating makakasama rin sa palatuntunan ngayong araw na pong ito. Kaya napakarami po natin pag-uusapan. Kaya tutok lang mga kapatid, walang bibitaw. At simulan na natin sa paghimay ng mga bod ng balita sa ating Sports Weekly Highlights.
Power and Play with Kom Noli.
Simulan natin sa good news. Gumawa ng kasaysayan bilang unang Asian male chess Hall of Famer si Eugene Torre. Naku, idol ko to. Pinarangalan ang 70-year-old sa St. Louis Aquarium sa Amerika. Ang Filipino chess legend, ang pinakaunang grandmaster sa Asia. Siya rin ang unang nakatalo kay Anatoly Karpov. Si Anatoly Karpov po, world champion niya nung araw na talaga namang ginagalang noong nagahari pa siya bilang world champion. Nagpasalamat sa karangalan si Torre at sinabing masaya siyang maging inspirasyon hindi lang sa mga Pilipino kung hindi sa buong mundo. Sa boxing naman, balik pro level. Kagaya na nabanggit natin kanina, si Olympic bronze medalist Yumir Marshall ngayong weekend. Makakalaban ni Marshall ang Amerikanong si Steven Pichardo sa California sa isang 6-rounder middleweight bout. Undercard po yan para sa laban ni Jerwin Angcahas kontra Fernando Martinez para sa IBF Super Flyweight Belt. Good luck sa inyong dalawa, ha? Yumir at Jerwin, at sana'y maibalik nyo ang corona sa ating bansa. Sa NBA, ginulat ng Adelaide 36ers ang Phoenix Suns sa isang pre-season upset 134-124. Gumawa ng 11 puntos dyan si Kai Soto habang nakikipagsabayan sa mga stars ng Suns. Ang 36ers ang pinakaunang NBL squad na nakatalo sa isang NBA team. Yun nga lang, tinambakan naman ng Oklahoma City Thunder ang Adelaide nang magtapat sila kahapon 131-98. Scoreless naman ang ating bata na si Kai sa 9 na minutong paglalaro kahapon. Sa volleyball, magpapatupad na ng video challenge system ang Premier Volleyball League sa paparating na reinforced conference. Kinumpirma yan ni League President Ricky Palou. Inaasahang darating sa bansa ang equipment para rito ngayong buwan. Pero bago pa dumating yan, magbubukas na po ngayong araw ang season-ending conference ng PVL. Sa PBA naman, pinagmulta, yan ang nga yung sinasabi ko ng 50,000 pesos si Coach Chot Reyes. Kasunod yan ng kanyang outburst sa 94-92 loss ng TNT Tropang Giga kontra Magnolia. Nagalit si Coach Chot sa isang late foul kay Calvin Oftana na nagbigay ng 2 free throws kay Paul Lee. Ang mga free throws na yan ang nagbigay ng lamang sa Magnolia para maitakas ang panalo. Pagkatapos ng game, hindi na nagtagal sa The Big Dome si Reyes at agad umalis. Pinagmulta rin ang kanilang team manager na si Jojo Lastimosa. Standings update po tayo sa Commissioner's Cup. Nangunguna pa rin sa standings ang guest team na Bay Area Dragons na unbeaten sa 4 na laro. Huli nilang natalo kagabi ang Converge Fiber Xers. Pumapangalawa naman ang Magnolia na may 3-0 record. Wala pa ring talo ang NLEX na may back-to-back 2-0 record. Susundan yan ang ng Rain or Shine at Northport na parehong may 2-1 record. 2 wins at 2 losses ang talaan naman ng Blackwater. 1 win, 1 loss naman ang Barangay Ginebra. 1 and 2 parehas ang Converge at Meralco, habang wala pang panalo po ang TNT, San Miguel, Phoenix at Terra Firma. At yan po ang buod ng ating mga balita sa Sports Weekly Highlights. Naku, ang PBA po tuloy-tuloy. Although ako nagtataka, again sana po lalo pang dumami ang mga manonood ng ating pong mga games. This weekend, sila po maglalaro dyan sa Phil Sports Arena. Yung aming pong maganda at pinaayos na Phil Sports Arena. Sana po magpunta kayo. Alam ko sa linggo, laban Ginebra at Bay Area. Magandang laban yan. Magandang laban po yung salpukan na yan. And of course, yung ibang mga wala pang panalo, unang laro lang naman ng Token Text at ng San Miguel. Pinag-usapan ng Token Text. Again, sabi nga natin kanina, si Chot Reyes ay nabigyan po ng fine na 50,000 dahil doon sa kanyang outburst after matawagan ng late foul si Calvin Oftana doon sa galaw ni Paul Lee. Nireview ito ng masusi ng PBA at of course ang kanilang findings ay wala naman daw talagang foul na dapat itawag, kaya binigyan ng fine si Coach Chot Reyes. Whether he was right or not is not the issue dun sa fine na yun. Of course, yung kanyang outburst sa court ang talagang parang hindi tama sa isang professional coach. Pero again, bugso po yan ng ng damdamin ni Coach Shot dahil nga ang tingin niya ay hindi tama yung late call. Sabi nga ng karamihan, dapat ang mga referee hindi binibigyan ng panalo ang isang koponan. But ang tanong dyan paano ba maiwasan yan? Kaya bang iwasan yan sa pamamagitan ngayon ng mga bagong teknolohiya? Alam niyo po sa NBA, sobrang dami na ang teknolohiya para hindi magkamali ang mga referee. At maya't maya, tinitingnan nila, sinisigurado nila na tama po yung kanilang tawag sa pamamagitan ng mga pag-review ng tape, sa pamamagitan po yan ng technology. Kung inyong makikita ang isang NBA court, nakusaksakan po ng dami ng camera ha. At hindi po to camera na malalaki. Ito po yung mga CCTV camera na high quality, high definition. Kaya po nakikita nila lahat ng anggulo, lahat ng linya ay nakikita ng mga camera at halos wala na pong maitatago ang mga players pagdating sa laro. Meron pa pong silang tinatawag na challenge rule. Yung pong challenge rule ay nagbibigay sa kanila mga coaches ng pagkakataong questionin ang isang tawag. Legal. At yan po ay binibigay ng rules ng NBA. Dito po sa Pilipinas, nagpatupad na rin po ang UAAP ng challenge rule. Pero ang tanong po bakit ang PBA hanggang ngayon wala pang challenge rule? Kaya po ang tanong natin sa ating Pulso ng Bayan, ngayong araw pong ito ito po ang ating pupulsuhan sa Pulso ng Bayan, hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Dapat bang magpatupad na ng challenge system o challenge rule sa PBA? Dapat ba na simulan na yan? Dahil dapat ang PBA laging nangunguna sa lahat Naunahan pa ng UAAP. Bakit ba wala? Iyan ba ay issue ng teknolohiya? Ang dami na pong magagawa at hindi po kailangan ng mga mamahaling camera dito. CCTV cameras na high definition pwede na. Yan po ang tanong Dapat bang magpatupad na ng challenge system sa PBA? Kung gusto nyo pa makilahok, mag-text lamang sa aming hotline 0908-208-0629 o di kaya ay mag-comment sa Facebook page ng Power and Play o sa Facebook page ng 1PH at ng Radyo 5 o di kaya mag-tweet sa aking Twitter account @Noli Iyala. Mamaya po babasahin natin ang inyong mga kasagutan. Alright, bago tayo magpatuloy, again, isa pong paalala sa patuloy na pamimigay po ng Power and Play ng mga premyo dito po sa inyong paboritong show. Muli po nagbabalik ang ating Joyride Super App Top Up Promo on Power and Play. Madaling-madali lamang po para manalo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits. Download the latest version ng Joyride Super App. Kuhanan nyo po ng screenshot kasama ng app's home screen na nandun po yung inyong pangalan at ipadala po sa Power and Play Facebook page via PM, private message. Isama nyo po ang inyong pangalan, registered mobile number na nasa inyong Joyride account at kami po ay pipili ng 5 mananalo ng 1,000 pesos JR Pay Wallet credits sa kaduluduluhan ng ating show. 5 po mananalo yan. Hindi po cash yan. Yan po ay wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Alright mga kaibigan, well, ready na tayo sa ating unang portion dito. Of course, ang inyong paboritong portion kung saan ang mahalaga ang opinyon ng ating mga kasama sa hanap buhay. Ito po ang Fast Take.
Power and Play with Kom Noli Iyala.
At ang Fast Take ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo, It's Fun to Drive. At ngayong araw pong ito, naku, ay mga bigate ng ating mga bisita, mga veterano, mga editor, and of course, mga kaibigan po natin sa sports media. Walang iba kundi ang editor ng Inquirer Sports, si Francis Ochoa, at ang ating kaibigan si Ed Andaya ng People's Tonight. Magandang umaga, Francis and Ed. Bossing, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chairman.
Magandang umaga, partner. Salamat for waking up early. Francis, alam ko naman ang ating mga kasama sa hanap buhay ay mga late night Yung mga ano to. Kaya thank you again for joining us today. Bago tayo magpunta sa ating mga issue dito, let me just ask you a little bit, no? And I'll begin with you, Francis. Itong nangyari kay kay Coach Chot Reyes, ito ba ay sa tingin mo tama lang na nabigyan siya ng fine, or this could have been avoided at at the very least?
Well, first and foremost, no, nandiyan naman na the rules are there and the rules are applicable. So talagang I think whether or not na-fine siya is out of the question, no? Kasi like I said, the rules were there. But totoo yung sinabi mo, no? I think it's time that meron because of technology today, marami na tayong ways by which things like this could have been avoided, no? There's a lot of technology available. Yung sabi mo nga, Chairman, no, there's the replay, no, replay challenge. So those are the ways by which this could have been avoided, no. Outside of that, mahirap i-avoid because first and foremost, it was a judgment call. It was a judgment call by the ref. So yun lang yung ano doon. I think moving forward, that's what the PBA has to look at, if we can install these safeguards, these guardrails para hindi na maulit ang ganitong insidente.
Tama yan. Alam mo, talagang pwede namang iwasan. Nung araw, siguro mahirap pa dahil hindi naman ganong karami ang technology. Pero ngayon, at this time and age, medyo siguro wala nang excuse para hindi magpatupad ng PBA na mas marami pang mga measures. Ed, let me go to another topic. Nakita natin si Kai Soto over the week na 2 laro ang inilaro sa NBA. Isa napakaganda when he played yung una niya laban against the Phoenix Suns. Gumawa siya ng 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. So maganda ang pinakita ng ating kababayan. Pero dito sa last game niya against OKC, nabokya si Kai. So far, do you think that maganda ang performance ni Kai despite the fact na kahapon na hindi siya miscore?
Okay, first of all, good morning, no, Chairman.
Good morning, Ed.
Regarding sa question mo dito kay Kai, alam naman natin na nagsisimula pa lang, so parang nangangapa pa nga, no, sa term natin sa basketball. So I think satisfied naman tayo dapat do sa performance niya, na maganda yung first game, second game medyo hindi na ayon sa kakagustuhan natin, pero I think overall yung performance ni Kai very commendable na para sa kagaya niya na nagsisimula pa lang at talagang, well, I believe talagang maganda yung future niya, no, sa basketball, with the right training saka sa mga under sa mga right coaches. Palagay ko maganda yung mararating ni Kai.
Oo, well, alam naman natin yung mga preseason games na yan ay mahirap na batayan yan dahil hindi naman talaga nagpapakita ng lakas ang mga NBA teams. Pero ang importante dyan, at least nalalagay si Kai dun sa discussion, dun sa narrative, ika nga, nakikita siya kahit papano. At baby steps for him. Wag na tayo masyadong maging umasa, kumbaga, na gugulatin ni Kai ang buong NBA world, sapagkat wala nang gugulat sa NBA dahil nakita na nilang lahat niyan. But at least napapag-usapan ng ating bata, and hopefully that will propel him to his dreams. Alright.
Yun nga, Chairman, no? Dapat talagang sabi nga, experience is the best teacher.
Correct.
So habang tumatagal, talagang matututunan ni Kai yung mga paglalaro dyan sa malalaking liga, kaya nga sa G League, sa NBA.
Oo. Well, okay. So, at this point, simulan na natin yung mga issue na gusto naming ibato sa inyo, ha? Ito, dito, of course, si Ed bago. Si Francis, sanay na dito. Pero si Ed, sasabihan ko lang, walang tama, walang mali. Ed, and of course, bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, wag magagalit sa mga opinion ng ating mga kasama mula sa sports media. Okay, ito ang ating unang issue ngayong umagang ito. Napabalita na ang Phoenix Fuel Masters ay malapit ng ibenta dito sa PBA. In fact, marami nang nagsasabi na nagdi-dispose na sila ng kanilang mga assets. Nagkaroon ng balita na mayroon pang ang garnishment order na sinilbi sa PBA tungkol sa mga issues na bumabalot sa Phoenix yung kanilang kumpanya. So ang tanong, para sa inyo, ano ang impact or ibig sabihin ng issue ng possible sale of ownership ng Phoenix Fuel Masters sa PBA? I'll begin with you, Francis. 1 minute. Go!
Okay, so when we talk doon no tungkol sa sale ng Phoenix it's largely out, hindi siya necessitated by kung ano nangyari sa PBA, no. Ito something outside, no. Ito sa business decision, no, if it ever pushes through. Ang sa akin is more than matutuloy ba or kung sino bang ibebenta. What are the implications of the sale, no? Ang interesting to look at that is once it's sold, one, how much will it be sold for, no? Kung gaano karami yung interested na buyers, because alam naman natin in this economy hindi talaga siya yung it's not the perfect economy to spend for a PBA team, di ba? Parang ganun. So yun yung interesting to look at doon, because yung sa Alaska that was pretty much a quick transition from Alaska to Converge, no? So will it be the same? Makakakita ba kaagad ng buyer? Yun ang interesting doon, because it will gauge yung value ng league itself.
All right. Well, let me just follow that up with you, Francis. No, do you think na this in any way erodes anything insofar as the PBA is concerned? Meron bang ano to?
Well, that was what I was talking about kanina, no.
Wala.
Start.
Hindi naman kasi siya related, no?
Yeah, it is not a league-related sale. It is not something that was prompted by something that happened in the league. Wala siyang controversy. Unfortunately, there was, the garnishment. I was aware of the garnishment that arrived at PBA office, no. So hindi siya it had nothing to do with basketball, no. I think according to the reports, they're really liquidating as many assets. And alam naman natin, even if yung sa mga those firms that buy and flip companies, no, when you liquidate assets, you start from yung sa mga dulo, no, yung mga fringe assets already. So in an empire as big as Dennis Uys empire, no, we can consider na yung PBA, so probably the PBA franchise would be probably one of those at the edge. So not really a reflection of the league. The reflection on the league is how many interested buyers will it generate, and what the price tag will be.
All right. Ed, same issue. Meron bang ibig sabihin yung sale ng ownership ng Phoenix Fuel Masters para sa PBA? Ed, 1 minute. Go.
Okay, alam mo, itong matagal na natin nadidinig itong balita na ito. It's always very sad, no, na makadinig tayo ng mga ganitong balita, lalo na sa sports. Alam mo naman, sa sports, talagang pinag-uusapan natin yung games, yung mga outstanding individual performances ng mga players natin, no? So after the game or even the day after or even weeks after, pinag-uusapan natin yung game. So dito sa nangyayari ngayon sa Phoenix, medyo hindi natin ganong napag-uusapan sa sports dahil mostly sa mga business side dito, hindi naman ganong concern yung mga sports fans natin sa business aspect nung mga teams o yung mga companies na nagpapatakbo ng team. Siguro yun din ang reason bakit ang PBA hindi ganon nagsasalita, no? Pero I think eventually dapat i-tackle ng PBA ito with the Board of Governors, lalo na pagka nagsimula na maapektuhan yung performances ng mga players natin.
I think that's a good point, no, Ed? Kasi kahit nga sabihin natin hindi naman siya league-related, pero pag nakarinig ng kanyang mga balita, talagang mahirap Lalong-lalo na pag nagsimula na mag-trade ang Phoenix, no? Dapat siguro yan, tinatackle na yan ng PBA. Whether or not it is true, dapat malaman na ng PBA yan sapagkat may impact yan. Sa akin, ang impact talaga niyan is more or less, baka nga pati mga player ma-trade, and that might create another imbalance in the league, no? Merong mga magagaling na player dyan. At of course, alam naman natin na ang mga player nakikinig din sa balita. Yung performance ba nila ay maapektuhan? Ito ba ay ito sa mga ganitong klaseng balita? I think the PBA should take a more proactive stance dito insofar as the news is concerned. Totoo ba to? Hindi. Make a position, make certain rules of moratorium, and hopefully ma-clarify nila at ma-assure nila din ang fans sa stability ng Phoenix, at least sa paglalaro sa PBA. Alright, second issue natin. And this is about the UAAP men's basketball na nangyayari ngayon. So far, after 1 week, napakaganda ng ating nakikita, especially from the teams na nasa ibabaw. So ang tanong, and I'll begin with you, Ed, ano ang takeaway mo sa higit na isang linggo na UAAP men's basketball action? 1 minute, Ed. Go!
Okay, Chairman, sabi nga nung batikang UAAP sports writer ko, si Chodor Horado, the UAAP is back, no? And talagang maraming nakamiss ng collegiate basketball at its best, no? So itong first week ng UAAP, hindi naman tayo na-disappoint, no? Yung mga top teams, nandiyan talaga. Ang defending champion, yung UP, right now 2-0, no? Pero yung 2-0 na yan talagang parehong come from behind wins, no? Tinalo nila yung ngayon going for 3-0 na sila this afternoon, no, sa against FAU, no. So yung dalawang panalo na UP, tinalo nila yung Lasal from 10 points down, and then yung Adamson tinalo nila sa overtime after being down by 16 points. So talagang very exciting yung game. So hindi naman nadidisappoint yung mga basketball fans natin na matagal din nawala yung basketball dahil nga sa lockdown, no. So ngayon talagang UAAP is back.
And indeed it is back. Talagang napakaraming muling nanonood ng UAAP. Francis, same issue. Anong takeaway mo sa 1 week na paglalaro ng UAAP men's basketball? 1 minute, Francis. Go.
Yeah, like we've reported it, no. The best way to describe yung first week was like breathless talaga, no. You have to catch your breath, no. After matatapos lang yung isang game, konting hinga ka lang, ito na naman, napaka-exciting na naman yung game, no. The contenders are slowly emerging, no. Of course, nandyan yung sabi nga ni paring Ed, no, si UP is there despite the series of slow starts, no. They're up there 2-0, tapos Ateneo really showing the value of playing overseas and playing against better competition. So nakikita natin solid, no. And even teams like on the even card, LaSalle hasn't looked like a 1-1 team, no. Para siyang 2-0. Unfortunately lang talaga, one of those losses came against UP, no. So even yung mga teams below, UE has finally broken a dry spell. Tapos we've seen spectacular individual performances. So breathtaking so far yung first week talaga.
Absolutely. That's a good word. Breathless, breathtaking is a perfect description. Ako, aside of the takes na binigay ninyo, one take I have is the fact that it's nice to see the fans, all the students back in the Coliseum in full force. Kasi nung last conference, medyo may konti pang pagpigil at yung sa baba hindi pa nilalagyan ng mga fans, yung ringside sections. Pero ngayon, nandyan na rin ang mga fans, and of course the bands are in full force. It's just nice to be back in a Coliseum na talagang balik ang atmosphere ng college basketball. All right, third and final take of the morning or issue of the morning. Ito, maganda to. Prospect of the NBA in the future. Napanood natin ang isang bata, 18 years old, 7'4", mula sa France, dominate his first 2 games sa NBA itong preseason. Ang pangalan niya ay Victor Wembanyama. Noong unang game, 37 points, 11 out of 27 3-point shots, 5 blocks, 4 rebounds. Natalo lamang sila against G League Ignite. In his second game, another monster game, 36-11, 4 blocks, and 4 assists in a win. Pambihira. So ang tanong, this is the question. Dapat na bang mag-tank o magpatalo yung mga teams ng NBA para makuha ang rights to draft Victor Wembanyama? I'll begin with you, Francis. 1 minute. Go!
Ang dami na ang dami na ng memes ng mga teams that are on rebuilding mode today na okay, going for 0-82. Mga ganun yung lumalabas na no. I mean, looking at him, of course, no, ang dami nating nakikitang prospects when we see that. Lagi nating sinasabi na hindi pa naman NBA yung nilalaro niya, 'di ba? So different. Pero ito talaga iba yung skill set lang niya is really transcendental. You know that he can carry that across leagues, no. And first caught my attention nung yung FIBA U18 I think or U17 nung nakalaban niya sina Chet Holmgren and the US team, no, where they lost, but kita mo na kaagad yung skill set niya, no. And I think for us Filipinos, the most important thing that we should follow this guy is he provides some sort of a template, no, kasi parehong silang build and ni na Kai Soto. So, there's something that to look forward na, itong kailangan talaga ng big man ng, not exactly the same, of course, we're not asking Kai to do the same, pero at least may template that we can look at.
Oo. Well, alam naman natin na yung ganyang klaseng generational talent ay napakadalang na ma-discover, no? Ed, same issue. Sa galing nung player na yan, dapat na bang mag-tank o magpatalo ang mga NBA teams para lamang makuha si Victor Wembanyama? 1 minute, Ed. Go.
Alam mo, Chairman, itong tanking na to, matagal na talagang pinag-uusapan sa NBA, no, ng mga NBA teams. So, nagsimula to, matagal na. No? Even noong 2014, nung time nga ni Joel Embiid sa Philadelphia 76ers, no? Ang tawag nila yung trust the process. No? Ako, personally, I don't agree na itong mga teams natin NBA teams, no, should tank, no, para makagkaroon sila ng chance na magkaroon ng higher pick sa draft. Well, of course, I agree na talagang itong player na to, si Victor Wembanyama, talagang consensus number 1 pick nga sa darating na draft. Napanood ko rin yung exhibition games na talagang napakagaling, no. Tinawag pa nga siya ni LeBron James na alien, no, na generational talent. Pero sa sports, sa basketball, I think it is dapat pa rin na win at all cost, no, kaysa yung magtatangka para lang magkaroon ng chance sa mga top picks pa natin.
I agree with you, Ed. Alam mo, of course, it is commercial basketball sa NBA, and syempre sa kanila ang importante is to sustain their business at iniisip nila yung future nila parang sa sales, no? Medyo talo ka ngayon, sige, pull back ka ng konti pero buhos ka sa susunod. But I agree with you, Ed, talagang I don't think in sports there is any justification to lose games. If you are playing a game, hindi po pwede yung dahil gusto kong makakuha ng future number 1 pick aking ipapatalo ang laban. It does not speak well of the NBA. It does not speak well of the teams and of the players. And I think trusting the process, trusting the professionalism of the NBA, siguro naman ito yung mga babantayan nila. But again, Victor Wembanyama is a unicorn, is a generational talent, and I think whoever picks him sa next year ay talagang tataas ang kanilang stock sa NBA. Gentlemen,
Chairman,
yes.
If I may add, no, itong tanking, I think different ito rin sa konsepto dati ni Coach Tommy Manotok, yung 2 steps backwards and 1 step forward, no. Ito kasing tanking talagang totally different na magpapatalo ka talaga. Well, the Philadelphia 76, 3 seasons sila na losing seasons bago nila nakuha si Embiid, no. Tama. So I think I have to disagree dito sa tanking ng ginagawa ng mga NBA teams. Very good. And
kita mo naman, veterano po. Yan ang experience ni Ed Andaya. Gentlemen, maraming salamat sa oras na binigay niyo sa akin. Francis, see you around, Ed. Salamat, and I'll see you around sa ating mga ball games. Thank you so much.
So, thank you. Good morning. Thank you.
Mga kaibigan, ang ating mga veteran editors, Ed Andaya and Francis Ochoa, joining us sa ating Fast Take. Wow, exciting. Kita niyo yung experience ng mga veterano, no, na journalist. Alam nila yung mga issues and of course, yung mga kwento sa likod ng balita. Bago tayo mag-break, isang lamang pong paalala mula sa ating mga kaibigan sa Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network One-Tap subscription to the most popular offer Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live Smart! Sa amin pong pagbabalik ang ating makakasama ang super import ng NLEX Road Warriors, Earl Clark on Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion. Ang oras po natin, 8:38 ng umaga.
I dare to dream big, to be a voice of my generation, to inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours with Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Alex, are you ready to have some fun on your first driving lesson?
Nag-uumapaw sa real chicken juice na swak sa panlasa ng buong pamilya. Available in sweet roast, pepper roast, at harissa roast variants. Chooks to Go. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Tawag na sa Chooks to Go Delivery Hotline 8687-1010 o online sa chookstogodelivery.com or via GrabFood at Foodpanda.
Kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom!
Lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom! Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Power and Play. Game na sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. Power and Play with Kom Noli Iala.
Isang maligayang pong pagbate sa ating mga kaibigan from the Philippine Daily Inquirer, si Dennis Andalupang. Happy birthday! Naku, suki yan ng ating fastic. happy birthday din sa isa pang suki natin sa Fastic, si Brian Ulanday ng Philippine Star. Magandang umaga sa inyo and happy birthday to both of you. Sana mag-guest namin uli kayo sa Fastic, and of course, have a good one. Happy birthday din sa aking pamangkin si Jobo Iyala, si Dr. Jobo Iyala. Yan, nakakalimutan ko yung Dr. Jobo. Hope to see you soon. And of course, sa ating pong lahat ng mga nakikinig sa atin, kinakamusta ko nga pala si Monsur del Rosario na kahapon ay kasama natin. And of course, ang mga tiga PVL Reinforced Conference, si Ricky Palu kahapon was with us. Also, simula na pala ng PVL din ngayong araw pong ito. Congratulations sa Sports Vision and of course sa PVL, yung Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference import laden. Masaya yan. Eliza Valdez will be back in action. Alright mga kaibigan, talk about action. Well, ang ating po susunod na guest has been impressive to say the least. Ang kanyang mga games so far have been dominating. Dati po siyang NBA legit na veterano, 14th overall pick ng Phoenix Suns back in 2009. And of course, he played in so many teams including the Los Angeles Lakers and the New York Knicks. Siya po ang ating nakapanayam kagabi. Ang kasama po natin walang iba kundi ang NLEX Road Warriors import, si Earl Clark. And we have, of course, as promised, no other than Earl Clark, the current import of the NLEX Road Warriors. Earl, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Power and Play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man.
You know, I have followed your career as a big fan of the NBA, and of course, I know that you've played in so many teams since you first got there, and now you're a journeyman all over the world, and it's just really a treat for the fans to see someone in that caliber. But let me ask you first, how has your stay been so far in the Philippines?
Oh man, it's been great since I've been here. It's been nothing but love. My teammates, coaches, it's been open arms. You know, I've been having a great time with the team. Everybody's around in my building, where I live at, grocery store. They all love basketball, and it's just been love. So I've been having a great time.
Well, what do you like most about the Philippines, Earl?
I appreciate the weather. I live in Florida. I've been living in Florida for like maybe 6 years now. So it's the same. It's very similar. So I'm used to it. So it's kind of like being home in a sense.
Absolutely. Have you tried any of the dishes? Have you seen any of the places around Metro Manila?
Filipino food, not yet. I mean, me and my teammates, they're going to take me to a few spots, but they haven't took me yet. But we got a long season, so I'm sure they'll take me to a restaurant. So
I'm sure about that. You know,
yes.
Filipinos are very hospitable, and you know, we've got a lot of places for you to enjoy. Of course, you know, you're playing in the PBA. Before I ask you about that, did you hear about the PBA before coming over here?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that played in this league before, and we always talked about what leagues we play in, and I always heard great things about it. That's one of the reasons I came here, and it's a great league so far. I'm having a good time, very competitive, and it's been fun.
Well, you know, you've heard some things about the PBA. Obviously, you said your friends and you have been comparing. How does the impression compared to the reality? Is it everything that was told about the PBA and Philippine basketball for that matter?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything they said is adding up. They had, like I said, nothing but great things to say. And I'm a witness. I've been here, like I said, for 4 weeks. And they definitely wasn't lying, man. It's a great place to be, great opportunity.
How do you compare? You've played in several leagues around Asia. I know you've played in Europe, of course, in the US. But in terms of Asia, you played in China, you played in Korea. Now you're here in the Philippines. How does the PBA play compared to the other Asian leagues that you've played in?
Every league is different. I say this all the time. Every league is a different style, different coaches. different physical play. So I would say this league is very competitive. It's fun to play. It's fast paced. I think it's fun to watch for the fans. You know, I think a lot of the local players have a lot of flash to their game, which makes it fun for everybody. So I think it's an entertainment league, man. It's competitive at the same time, but it's also fun to watch the games. I think a lot of other leagues is like it's not as much fun to watch. It's like it's competitive, but it's losing like the entertainment part. You know, so that's how I feel.
Yeah, yeah. Well, are you surprised with the level of maybe physicality, considering that Filipinos, outside of the PBA, are generally a small race. But are you surprised with the kind of physicality that the PBA plays?
No, not at all. I always tell people, when they ask me this question, we play basketball and it's a physical game. So, every league I played in, it gets dirty down there sometimes. In the paint, playing defense, coming off screens. Basketball is a real physical. I mean, we don't wear pads and helmets, but it's a real physical game. So, you got if you get 10 guys that want to win the basketball game and love basketball, they get a little chippy out there, and it's all a part of the game. We just have fun with it, and at the end of the day, we just compete and we trying to win. So it's all part of the game.
And I'm sure the guys, the other teams, and your teammates are enjoying the fact that there's a guy there who's so professional that he just goes about business without really getting into things, even when it gets a little chippy. Let me ask you about your game and your team, Earl. You are with the NLEX Road Warriors. They're of course looking to make their first finals. In your first game, you had monster numbers: 26, 14, 4, 6 blocks in your debut. Was that a statement game? Was that something that you wanted to do and just show what kind of player Earl Clark is all about?
Winning is everything. Numbers is cool and everything. I know everybody say it, but I really mean it because I know the monster numbers would have lost. People still looking for answers and questions. So we just try to get wins, man. That's what we're here to do, and any way we can do that, that's our plan.
Of course, the thing that caught many fans' attention is the fact that after the win over Rain or Shine, you played against a former coach of yours already with the NLEX Road Warriors, even for a brief period. And of course, the thing that caught everyone was your statement that it's crazy out there, having been under 3 coaches in a week. How was that adjustment, Earl, and how surreal or how strange was that for you in your first time in the Philippines?
Yeah, it was the first time for me, and I play a lot of basketball. I've been a lot of places, but it's always business. It didn't surprise me, but it was just the first time it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So in this business of basketball, you never know what can happen. We just try to show up as players and do our job. Of course, me and my teammates had to adjust and learn different systems and basically learn on the fly. We still learning on the fly. We just got our coach, our official coach. He's going to coach this real game tomorrow. So, we still learning. We still learning each other, how to play with each other. So we just learning on the fly right now.
Right. Well, you're right. Coach Frankie Lim will be coaching his first game with the NLEX Road Warriors in your first game tomorrow. But so far, what do you like about the team? What do you like about this particular bunch of players?
I think we got a good team. We got a lot of good scorers, a lot of good shooters. Since I've been on the team, it's been fun competing in practice and these games that we've been having. I think we definitely can contend to do some good things. I think if we rebound and we decide to play defense, I think we can beat anybody.
Right. Well, talking about rebound, in your second game against Blackwater, you had 25 boards. You had 38 points. You had 25 boards in a victory, and that's why you're 2-0 right now. Obviously, when an import comes over to the Philippines, to his team, you are asked to do some things. What is it in particular do you feel that you can mainly contribute to this team that you call is a good bunch of scorers? What do you think is the main factor that can help you succeed with NLEX?
Oh man, just being me, just playing hard every game, and helping the team, whether it's rebounding, scoring, assists, and playing defense. I'm an all-around player. I pride myself on that, and I just try to get things done. Whatever, like I said, whether any category, and that's what I try to do out there.
So there is no deliberate, I guess, activity or consciousness for you to actually score as much as you are doing right now?
No, I mean, even if you watch my game, I play maybe 40, 48 minutes, the whole game basically. So I'm getting shots up, but it's not like overly crazy. Like I'm not just out there chucking up shots. I'm actually, moving the ball, trying to make the right play and find my teammates, because at the end of the day, I can come down here and score as much as I want. But like I said, we're trying to win. If scoring the ball gonna get us the win that night, well then that's a role that I can fill in. That's not a problem. But at the end of the day, me and my teammates, we come out there together. We trying to get the game plan that coach had for us that week and just execute. It's not like I'm going out there saying I want to get 40 tonight. It's not that. I'm just trying to win.
Well, as you said, you're playing almost every minute of the game, and of course you are scoring whether you like it or not. Are you relishing this opportunity, this role for your team?
Yeah, absolutely. I love to play basketball. That's why I'm here, and that's what I'm doing. So it's been fun. We started off and good at 2-0. We had to answer some calls. We was down 2 games that we won. So it shows that we a fight, and we're not the team that to give in. So I think those are all good signs. Like I said, it's still early, but it's all good signs.
Is there a different kind of pressure? We know that all throughout your career, you have, especially in the NBA, you have been a big role player. You have been a big supporting, a player that supports the starters. You have, of course, had some big games with your teams in the NBA. But now that you are the main man and you are the import that has been relied upon by NLEX looking for their breakthrough conference, is there a little bit of pressure there, Earl?
It's pressure everywhere you play. There's been pressure on me since I was a kid. I've come from the States where, it's a killer on every corner as far as basketball. So I had to compete through so many ranks. So right now it's just my life. I'm a professional basketball player, just a different country, a different league. But as my job, it comes with pressure just like any other job. But that's why we put in work. That's why you work hard. So your hard work can just pay off. You can't just rely on just where you at right now. That's why you got to stay in the lab and stay working. So the pressure, you're not feeling that pressure. You're just going out there doing what you love. So for me, I'm just going out there working hard, having fun. I try to not put too much pressure on myself, because that's when you stress out. That's when you can't really play the right way and you're not happy. So I try to stay stress-free as much as I can.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about your teammates. You have a great group of guys there that have been playing together. Of course, there's some young guys that are playing with you, and there are also some veterans. So far, when you look at the team, and you've been here for about 4 weeks, who have you gotten closest to in the team?
Man, I get this question all the time, but I'm close with all the guys, man. I don't want to single anybody out. We practice every morning. We all got families, and they got businesses, and they got things to do on their own. So it's not like we spend an awful lot of time with each other. But when we in the gym, it's all love. We laugh, we compete, and we just have a good time. And we got, like you said, we got a good group of guys. Everybody's professional. Everybody show loves, and it's been a good environment to work in. So I'm just grateful for that.
And when you look at the entire league, on the other hand, has there been any particular team that has sort of caught the fancy of your eye?
Oh man, not really. And honestly, if they did, I wouldn't say it out loud anyway. I'm that type of so we're gonna line all these teams, man, and try to win. That's just what it is. But like I said, it's a competitive league. If you watch the league and the games, they've been pretty close. It's not like it's been crazy blowouts, and all the games been coming down to the wire for real. So it's been really exciting to watch. So I can't wait to play and continue the season and see how well we do.
You've seen the imports, of course. You've been watching the games. How do you size up the imports for this Commissioner's Cup?
Man, we got great guys. Quincy Miller, I know. Man, he's a great player. Like I said, all the guys for real that I like, they playing well. They're trying to help their team win. But I'm trying to beat them all when we play them. So.
And what do you think about the Bay Area Dragons that continue to win? They notched up another win tonight. What are your thoughts about this guest team?
Oh man, I mean, obviously they one of the top teams in the league. I think they're like a super team. They play in like different kind of leagues. They got a lot of imports. But like I said, we match up good with anybody, man. We rebound, play defense. I don't know when we play them, but I'm sure it's going to be a hell of a game.
That should be a really good game. And before I leave the NLEX team, we talked about him a little bit. You've got your regular coach now going to be calling the shots for you for the first time. Your first impressions about Coach Frankie Lim?
Oh man, he loves basketball. I could tell he watches a lot of film and knows his X's and O's. I could tell he cares, and it's been fun. Trying to learn this new system, trying to learn each other. It's a team, so it go both ways. He's trying to learn us, we're trying to learn him. So we haven't spent a lot of time together, so I don't really have much to say, but that's what I can get from Coach right now. He loves the game. He got the intentions on winning, and it's exciting to play for him right now.
Coach Frankie is a really good guy. He's a terrific coach. When I was commissioner, of course, I had so many opportunities to interact with Coach Frankie. He's a very intense coach. That one I can say and I can tell you. And obviously he's going to be a real good mentor when he starts coaching. Let me talk a little bit about you, Earl, and your background. A lot of people still want to know you, despite the fact that you are an NBA veteran, and you were a 14th overall pick by the Phoenix Suns back in 2009, and you played college in the University of Louisville. But other than that, Earl, do you have any family that you brought with you? Are they coming over? Because I know that the teams allow imports a family member when they reach a particular stage. Will you have family with you?
Yes, my wife actually, she's coming tomorrow. She wants to see her.
Oh, see? Wow, wow.
I have 2 children. My daughter's 13. And they're in school right now. They play basketball. They got a busy schedule, actually. So I don't know if they're going to come out here. Not yet, because I don't see what in their schedule where they can miss, like, a bunch of days of school or, and miss their games. And I told them this year maybe they could just stay home because, like, I've been playing in Europe and different places for, like, 6 years now. So every Christmas they've been different places and traveling. So I told them this year they can just chill at home and just, focus on, their lives and the things that they're getting into,
What kind of father are you, Earl? What kind of a dad are you to your children?
I think I'm doing okay. I try to be the best dad I can. It's not like.
Are you a hands-on dad? Are you a hands-on dad?
Yeah, I'm hands-on as much as I can. Obviously I'm away so much throughout the year, but when I'm home, I'm definitely hands-on. My children, they live with me, and I'm with them every day. But like I said, it's no guidebook that tell you how to be a father. Just you got to, I would say, just spend that time and take care of your family as much as you can.
Right. And you know, when you talk about you as a person, are you more of a morning person or are you more of an evening person? Are you an outdoor person or are you an indoor person?
I'm more of a morning person. You know, I like to wake up and
you don't party too much.
Yeah, I like to wake up and get work done, get my day started. You know, I'm a nighttime person too. You know what I mean? I'm getting older now. I might fall asleep a little earlier now, but you know, I just try to enjoy my time, man, wherever I'm at. You know, just be grateful and try to enjoy, you know, every day that I have here.
Right. Well, you know, as I mentioned, you are a NBA veteran and one of the few that has really come in, you know, as high in the draft order as any of the imports. You played with a lot of great players, and I can see your shirt. It says Mamba. You know, you've played with some of the real greats. You know, Dwight Howard, Pau Gasol. How would you describe, Earl, your NBA career?
Yeah, I got this shirt from D&D Sports Ballers.
All right.
He looked out and gave me this shirt, man. So shout out to them. But I had a great time in the NBA. My time I was there, you know, so hard to make it to the NBA, bro. It's less than 1%. So when you think about it, it's kind of crazy. So, you know, for me, even being there and just even sticking around there for 6-7 years it's a blessing. It's like it's unreal. So I'm always thankful of that, and it's memories that I never forget. And you know, it's great to my life that I never forget.
Well, when you talk about those memories that you'll never forget, you know, you played in Orlando, you played in Los Angeles, you played in Cleveland, in Philly, and of course in New York and in Brooklyn. What do you think is one of the most memorable moments that you've ever had in your NBA career?
Oh man, probably just getting drafted. You know, my whole life I wanted to go to the NBA, and obviously every kid wants to do that. So for them to be able to call my name, and I was at home with my family, it was surreal. It was something that I'll never forget. It's like when you dream about something every day and it finally get there. It's kind of like a funny feeling. You don't know how to act, and I'll never forget that day. So I'll say maybe the draft night and just realizing that, you know, all the hard work and my dream actually came true.
If you have to pick at least 3 teammates that probably were your best teammates, or, you know, the people that had the most impact on your career, who would that be?
Oh man, that's hard. I played on a lot of teams. Quentin Richardson for sure. That's my guy. Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's my guy. He helped me out a lot as a rookie, as a young player. And I don't want to leave nobody out. The third, I would have to say, man, probably Steve Nash. He dropped a lot of he dropped a lot of jewels on me, and he was a big impact on my career. Definitely, just watching his work ethic every day, and just the things he told me, and just the encouragement when I was doing well. It was big for me.
If you could redo your career in the NBA, what would you change, or would you at all?
I mean, I wouldn't change anything because, I mean, it's unrealistic. You know, we can't go back in time. And I'm a firm believer that everything you go through is for a reason. It's supposed to, you know, help you in life. You might not understand it right now, but, you know, if you stay strong and you don't fold and, you know, you keep pushing, you know, something good going to come out your life. So no matter what you go through, all the obstacles, so I always say never go back. I can't change nothing. I wouldn't change nothing because then that would change me. So I wouldn't do that.
Well said. And obviously, you know, all of these things that happened to you brought you to this particular moment right now when I'm talking to you and you're in the PPA. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. You know, Earl, let me ask you before I let you go. You still have plans or even aspirations of going back to the NBA?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, if an NBA team called me today, say they need my services, I mean, I would definitely. I mean, I'm an NBA player right now.
Yeah.
I can help any NBA team. I mean, but it's not enough spots. You know, it's talent. Like I said, where I come from, every day it's just somebody that's great that's coming up. Like, so it's like at my age in the NBA, it's kind of like ancient. I'm an old man now. You know, the guys that I was drafted with, you know, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, like those are like the vets in the league right now. They're kind of like the oldest guys in the league.
Right.
They 34, they're the same age as me. You know, it's not old, but, you know, that's the way the game going. You know, those guys are getting younger and younger. It's 19, 20. So it's a different game now. You just got to respect the game, man.
Earl, you know, obviously, you know, that is, if you had a chance or, you know, that would, something that is only, as you said, it's unrealistic. But this is something that's realistic. If you had an option, how would you want to end your career? How would you want to be remembered, and how do you plan to end your career? What would be the perfect image for you?
Man, just to keep doing it my way and go out on my terms. That's the best way. That's how I always planned it out to be, and that's what I've been doing. Be able to keep hanging my head high, play at a high level wherever I go, and people respect my name. That's all I ever wanted. When my name come up, for people to respect, see my kids or my family and say, you know, he was a hard worker, he had game, and you know, he bought it. You know, he was nice. That's all. That's what I do it for.
Right. Well, you know, I'm everybody in the Philippines is seeing that now, and obviously everybody appreciates you and enjoys the kind of show you've been putting up. And so, you know, if I had an image of you, maybe ending your career, it will be probably a long-term, a couple of years in Manila and retiring in the Philippines. that would be awesome for many of the Filipinos.
I love it here, man. That wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad at all.
For sure.
Earl, thank you so much. I enjoy this talk, and I certainly will be continuing to follow your games. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, man, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Mga kaibigan, yan po si Earl Clark, ang import ng NLEX Road Warriors, in a very light conversation that we had last night. And nice guy, very chatty at madaling pakisamahan. Again, Earl Clark playing for the NLEX Road Warriors. Wala pang talo yan, ha? And he has, panoorin niyo yan, ha? Si Earl, napakahusay na manlalaro. Before we continue, syempre, silipin muna natin sa ating portion ngayon ang viral videos at pop culture sa mundo ng palakasan sa ating pong Stop and Pop.
Power and Play with Kom Noli Iala.
Ang binigay na titulo ng aking grupo dito, ng aming production group, dito sa ating pong video this week ay, dito sa video na to ay Cheat Code sa Luksong Baka. Aba, ano kaya to? Panoorin nga natin mga kapatid. Ito po ay isang si Kuya and nag-iensayo tila, at look at the way he jumps over those bars. Yung isa dyan po parang 61 inches ang taas. Kaya safe to say talagang walang mananalo sa kanya kung sakali yan ay luksong baka o luksong tinik. At yan din po ang ating Stop and Pop moment. Sa amin pong pagbabalik dito sa Power and Play, pag-uusapan natin at ilalagay natin ang spotlight sa mga bagong sports, ang Pencak Silat at ang downhill skating. Yan po ang ating tatampok sa inyong paboritong kasama tuwing Sabado ng umaga. Ito po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion. Ang oras po natin, 9:12 ng umaga.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day. Plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Alex, are you ready to have some fun on your first driving lesson?
Nag-uumapaw sa real chicken juice na swak sa panlasa ng buong pamilya. Available in sweet roast, pepper roast, at harissa roast variants. Chooks to go. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Tawag na sa Chooks to Go Delivery Hotline 8687-1010 o online sa chookstogodelivery.com or via GrabFood at Foodpanda.
The country's much-awaited Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference 2022 are back in action beginning October 8th, Saturday, only here on One Sports.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Tutukan gabi-gabi ang malalimang pagsisiyasat ng mga napapanahong balita. Hihimayin ang iba't ibang anggulo para sa mas malawak na diskusyon at impormasyon. Samahan sina Ed Lingao at Mian Los Baños mula sa Frontline tonight, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 10:35 p.m. sa TV5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
May namiss ka bang mga shoot, pasa at hiyawan? Ngayon, hindi na! Dahil araw-araw mo nang mapapanood ang mga paborito mong sports program sa TV. Watch us on these channels. Free TV Channel 41, Signal TV Channel 6, Sky Cable Channel 59. One Sports! Ito ang go-to tambayan for your favorite sports programs. Dito ka na sa paboritong tambayan mo pagdating sa sports.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Power and Play. Team na sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. Power and Play with Kom Noli Iala.
Naimbag ng bigat yung amin sa ating po mga kasama sa Baguio City. Magandang umaga din po sa ating mga kaibigan sa San Pablo City, lalong-lalo na sa SPC Medical Center. Happy birthday nga pala sa ito, hindi pwede natin makalimutan to kung hindi uuwi yung aking producer dito, si Mike, si Santi Santillan. Happy birthday, Ma'am Shirley Santillan, ang mami ni Mike. Happy birthday po sa inyo. I hope you enjoy a good one. At least alam ko na si Santi uuwi sa inyo ngayon para batiin kayo. Totoo ba, Santi? Baka hindi. Alright, bago tayo magpatuloy, isa muna pong pagpapasalamat sa lahat ng mga tagapagtaguyod ng Power and Play. Unahin ko na po, of course, ang Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Sa ganitong pabago-bago ang panahon, mga kapatid, iinit tapos uulan, kailangan natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang alam kong tikalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom, tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum.
Thank you!
Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro, how neat it is to have a 7-seater SUV that has a powerful engine, world-class safety standards, and the latest tech features. Bet you didn't know that the all-new Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro has all these features and more at a very affordable price range. Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro is equipped with a 1.6 turbocharged gasoline direct injection engine, an advanced driver assistance system, and 12 other safety features including rear cross traffic assist, traffic sign recognition, and adaptive cruise control. The flagship Tiggo 8 Pro allows you more control of the wheel. What's great is that you can also join the green revolution with Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro plug-in hybrid electric vehicle or PHEV. So book a test drive now via www.cherryauto.ph or visit a Cherry dealership near you.
Thank you!
Chooks to go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Subukan ang kanilang pinakabagong oven-roasted na mas pinasarap o oven-roasted chicken na mas pinasarap dahil sa nag-uumapaw na flavorful chicken juice. Subukan din ng Chooks, their first dine-in restaurant sa Lipa, Batangas. Chooks to go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan.
Thank you!
True religion is in the Philippines where passion meets power. Experience it firsthand. For your best style choices, visit True Religion and at Conrad S. Maison Mall of Asia Complex, Resorts World Manila, and the Hacienda Designer Outlet Silang, Cavite. True Religion.
Thank you!
Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Magpadala with confidence kahit para sa negosyo o personal bulk deliveries man yan. Kayang-kaya yan i-deliver securely with Joyride. Book also your ride now sa motorcycle taxi and of course, yung pinakabagong offering ng Joyride, yung pong Joyride Car. So download the latest Joyride super app now. Elms Seafood Paluto, the latest offering of the Elms Resto Bar Group, located at Unit 2 Ground Floor, Calle Bistro, Ever Commonwealth, Quezon City. Enjoy their delectable seafood menu in a relaxed casual dining atmosphere for your salo-salo seafood meal. Elms Seafood Paluto.
Thank you!
Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Green Hills San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, please call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886.
Thank you!
ASEA Subic Beach Resort. Experience the getaway that you deserve and dive into limitless happenings, rejuvenating experiences, and gastronomic adventures. ASEA Subic Beach Resort.
Thank you!
And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live Smart!
Thank you!
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga tagapagtaguyod at of course, lahat po ng mga fans na patuloy pong sumusuporta sa Power and Play. Ika-6 na taon na po ng Power and Play and we continue to grow. Of course, our advocacy sa labas po ng ating paglilingkod sa Philippine Sports Commission. Alright mga kaibigan, at this point, magtatampok po tayo uli ng bagong sport na tayo po ay talagang namamayagpag dito po sa ating feature sa SlamBook.
Power and Play with Kom Noli Iala.
Ngayong araw pong ito, ang ating itatampok na sport ay ang sport po ng Pencak Silat. Ito po ay parang martial arts. Ito po ay martial arts, no? Full body fighting form. Gumagamit po ng striking, grappling, throwing, kasama na rin po ang weaponry. At ngayong araw pong ito ay tayo mapalad na ang ating makakasama mismo ang presidente ng Phil Silat Sports Association. Walang iba kundi si Ma'am Princess Jaisel Kiram at ang ating kauna-unahang gold medalist doon po sa 31st Southeast Asian Games. Walang iba kundi ang ating national athlete na si Francine Padios. Magandang umaga, Princess Jaisel and Francine. Thank you for joining us sa Power and Play.
Maraming salamat din po for having us.
Good morning din, Francine.
Good morning po and isang pagbati po ng kapayapaan sa lahat ng ating mga viewers.
Salamat. Maraming salamat, Princess Jaisel. Francine, good morning. You're looking good. Mukha kang fresh na fresh ka ngayong araw na to. Mukhang fresh na fresh ka, Francine. Hindi ka galing pa sa training?
Hindi nga po. Actually, wala akong tulog kakagawa ng...
Ay, ganun ba? Wala pang tulog, ha? Alright. Bago tayo magsimula, no? Gusto ko lang, syempre, doon sa mga hindi nakakalam, Princess Jaisel, ano ba ang bigay mo nga yung brief history ng Pencak Silat at paano ba ito nilalaro? Mukhang nagkaroon ng...
Pencak Silat po.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yan, okay po. Ang Pencak Silat po ay isang martial arts sports. It's actually a combination of all martial arts. Katulad po ng sinabi nyo kanina, sa Pencak Silat, makikita nyo dito may kicking, may parang boxing, may grappling, may scissors, ang pinaka-unique style of Pencak Silat.
Mm-hmm. And meron ba, paano ang scoring dyan? What are the rules? Ika nga. Meron ba yan? Meron bang category siya? May forms? Ano ba yan? Paano ang format?
Yes, two categories. Yung artistic, yan yung tinatawag naming seni, and yung yung combat. Yung Indonesian kasi mga term. Hello?
Yes, go ahead,
okay.
Princess.
Yung sa seni po, merong single, merong double, merong trio. It's like kata pagdating sa karate. Pero in Silat, we call it seni. Tapos, tunggal. Hello?
Go ahead.
Ayan, yung combat po, depende naman sa weight category.
Alright. Well, nakikita ngayon natin, ito yung tinatawag nga na forms o seni, no, na sinasabi. Francine, ikaw ba ito ba ang specialty mo itong seni?
Opo, ano po ako, single category po sa seni.
Okay.
Yung tawag po sa amin, sa category ko po is tunggal.
Alright.
Yun po, yung sa screen po.
Nung napapanood natin. Paano ka nagsimula, Francine, sa Pencak Silat?
I think po 2016. 2016 po ako nag-shift sa Pencak Silat. Galing po ako sa taekwondo. Yan, tapos tumagal na dito na ako sa Silat nag-stay talaga kasi nga po iba talagang klaseng sport po yung Pencak Silat.
Bakit mo nagustuhan? Bakit ka nag-shift from taekwondo to Pencak Silat? Bakit mo nagustuhan itong sport na to?
Maganda po yung sport na taekwondo pero mas na-excite po kasi ako sa Pencak Silat po kasi po syempre parang talaga pong maiintriga ka sa sa laban mo. Tanding po kasi ako dati, combat po din. Kapag nasa arena ka po, hindi ka po mag-iisip ng yung attack lang ng kalaban mo is suntok at sipa. Yung iisipin mo sa Pencak Silat, baka mag-sweep to, baka mag-i-catching ako, baka suntokin at sipain din ako. At the same time, baka din scissor, which is yung tawag niyan, yung parang tinitwist yung paa mo sa ilalim.
Parang pinapatid, gano'n.
Oo, yun, parang gano'n. Kaya nag-stay talaga ako sa Pencak Silat kasi nga sa combat. At the same time na parang nagustuhan ko rin yung artistic nila po kasi nga po, hindi po talaga, like may time na system talaga tulad sa tunggal, system talaga po yung galaw ko, pero po may different category po talaga yung sini. May rin po, may ganda which is double po, tapos trio, yun nga tatlo, at the same time may solo creative. Kaya po yung tinatry ko pa lang doon is solo creative at trio.
Okay.
Nung dati sa province po ako. Kaya po nabas lalo akong na-intriga sa Pencak Silat kasi nga po iba po talaga. Iba yung way.
Oo.
Iba yung iba yung kilig kapag sa Pencak Silat po.
In terms of the discipline, of course, in terms of the naituro sa iyo ng Pencak Silat, anong sa tingin mo na-improve mo sa sarili mo sa paglalaro ng Pencak Silat, Francine?
Yung parang kaya mong parang sample, tunggal ako, tunggal ako at the same time maglalaro din ako ng combat. So parang kung malagay ako sa isang category like yun nga sa tunggal, focus lang talaga ako sa tunggal. Like kahit may game pa ako next game is nasa isip ko pa din tunggal lang ako, tunggal lang. So tapos yung shifting din after ng pagtunggal ko, yun tanding na din ako. So parang yung focus po talaga kapag in-game ka po talaga. Yan, at the same time, parang alam mo yung goal mo talaga at kailangan mag-focus ka talaga doon.
Alright. Princess Jaisel, right now, kumusta ang standing ng Pilipinas sa Pencak Silat, particularly in the region?
Well, ngayon po, mas dumadami na yung mga malalaro natin ng Pencak Silat in the Philippines, no? And in the world, kasi kakatapos lang po ng World Championship namin in Malacca, wherein we rank, I think, number 6 na tayo in the world.
Wow! Galing.
Yes. 7 pala. 7 in the world. Pero ang member countries po natin ay 87 countries na.
Wow! Ang taas na ng ranking natin. Out of 87, number 7 na tayo.
Yes po. Actually, kasi Southeast Asian talaga ang naglalaro ng Pencak Silat. So may edge na po tayo over the others. And in Southeast Asian Games naman po, hindi na rin po tayo naiiwan. Nagkaka-gold medal na rin po tayo. And si Francine po is one product of SEA Games kung saan naggintong medalya po ang Pilipinas. And first gold medal po natin si Francine in the last SEA Games which was held in Vietnam.
Alam natin ang Pencak Silat is actually native of Indonesia. No? It's more of an Indonesian martial arts. No? But yet, tayo mga Pilipino ay, of course, na-imbibe na natin yan, nakuha na natin yung discipline ng sport, and of course, gumaganda ang ating paglalaro.
Yes, and Chairman, Chairman, if I may po, no, this was just founded in Indonesia, but this is actually a Malay martial art.
Malay martial arts.
Noong unang panahon po, yes, sa historia po, pre-colonial of the Philippines, no, prehistory of the Philippines, nilalaro na po ang Pencak Silat sa Sulu. Kaya po, marunong po yung mga tausug mag-Pencak Silat. And yung mga discipline ng arnis, ng it's form part of Pencak Silat discipline.
Talaga, kumbaga, nasa kultura na rin natin mga Pilipino yung Pencak Silat. Alright, Princess Jaisel, how are our coaches? Nakaka-develop pa tayo ng mga coaches, and of course, saan ba kayo nagpa-practice para kung may mga interesadong sumama sa inyo sa Pencak Silat?
Sa ngayon po, Chairman, paalis yung mga atleta natin papunta ng India. Pero since pandemic nga, nagbabubble training, isolated training yung mga bata. So iba-iba po yung venue kung saan lang may pwede. Pero before pandemic, sa Rizal po talaga and Ultra ang training ng Pencak Silat. But since lumalaganap na rin po tayo in the nation, no? Marami na po tayong mga clubs sa iba't ibang mga regions. And marami na rin po tayong mga coaches na na-develop sa grassroots para mag-train po ng mga grassroots natin. Si Francine po is a product pala of grassroots program ng Pencak Silat.
Magandang pag-usapan yan, Francine. Sabi nga ni Princess Jaisel, ikaw ay product ng grassroots. Paano ba naging pathway mo patungo sa national team? Saan ka una naglaro at saka anong mga na-achieve mo doon?
I think yung first game ko sa Silat is nasa Iloilo po, Dinagyang po yata.
Dinagyang? Wow.
Kakashift ko lang po sa taekwondo. So, grabe yung iba, yung paglaro sa Pencak Silat kaysa sa taekwondo. So, matik, sa Pencak Silat, paglaro ko sa Dinagyang, yung 3 beses ko tinamaan yung kalaban ko sa mukha, which is a big no-no sa Pencak Silat.
Okay.
So, agad-agad doon, natalo na agad ako doon, naging silver lang po ako. And the next thing is, naglaro na ako. So, naglaro ako ng mga, regional na laro. Tapos, first na laro ko ng national is yung Women's Festival, which is dito sa Rizal. Sa Rizal po. Doon po, umuwi ako ng Aklan na wala pong medal. Kasi nga po, yun, hindi ko pa talaga makuha yung paglaro ng Pencak Silat. At the same time, sa category ko na Sinina Tunggal. Hanggang sa, yun, na-enhance ko, mas lalo kong pinag-aralan, yung naglaro ako ng regionals na laro na which is provincial, regional, at nung nakabot ako ng palaro. Yun yung palaro, doon ako nakitaan yata po ng NSA namin na para po maglaro sa ASEAN School Games. Yun nga, sadly, hindi po ako nakapanalo doon ng medal kasi nga po nahulugan po ako ng bulok.
Wow. So,
which is, yun nga, which is a big no-no din po sa kategory ko. Automatic, it can cost you na pagkatalo mo talaga kapag hindi mo talaga mabawi sa galaw. Lalo na kapag mawala ka na. Kasi nga po, sino hindi po mawawala sa paggalaw mo kung nahulugan ka na which is yung parang part na rin ng katawan mo if sa sinika. Yun yung gulo ko, yung parang knife. So
nalaglag sa'yo kaya natalo ka rin, ganun, parang ganun. So
parang nawala din ako, nawalan din ako ng focus.
Dami mo pala naging adventure, no? Bago ka nakarating dyan sa kung saan ka ngayon, na isang Southeast Asian Games gold medalist.
Bago po talaga, pag pumasok po talaga ako sa bagong sports, or like example, bagong sport, Pencak Silat, pagpasok ko talaga, grabe, lahat ng laro ko, unang laro, mga 5 laro ko, hindi ako nananalo. Tapos yung first time kong laro ng international, talo din ako. Kaya grabe yung disappointment ko sa sarili ko. Tapos at the same time, syempre, parang isa sa gusto ko maging proud yung family ko, yung coach ko, at the same time, yung tumiwala sa akin siya si Ma'am Princess, tapos si Sir Inier. Kaya nung time na sa ASEAN School Games, grabe yung pag-iyak ko kasi golden sana yun.
Talagang ito si Francine, magandang to dahil ang dami niyang adventure at makwento. Kaya po nakikita natin, nakikita niyo mga kapatid, ang takbo ng isang atleta, hindi po madali. Marami kang pagdadaanan talagang frustrations, and I think this is really the life of a national athlete mula sa grassroots. Hindi po yung basta pinili from an elite program, tapos bilang si Francine po dumaan talaga sa mga different pathways to success. Princess Jaisel, let me ask you, nakikita natin yan, grassroots program. How are we continuing this para makakuha pa tayo ng mas marami pang Francine sa Pencak Silat?
Ngayon po, nauna pa nga actually mag-training po yung mga clubs natin sa mga provinces at saka sa mga regional. Kasi sa Manila, mas mahigpit yung pagdating sa health protocols. Mas nauna pa silang nag-training. Mas nauna pang nakabalik ulit ng gym yung mga athletes natin na nasa probinsya. So tuloy-tuloy lang po yung training nila. Ang ginagawa po natin sa NSA is just to give support to them. We do not ask anything from our clubs. Ang binibigyan lang natin sila ng, yung accreditation, affiliation, that they are affiliated to the NSA, and that pwede tayong kumuha ng mga pool of recruits na mapupunta sa NTP from our grassroots program. Pero they are in full autonomy po. Kung magpalaro sila, all we just give is support. Yun lang. But they decide for their club. So para lang po lumago at saka mag-prosper talaga.
So
sana ang Pencak Silat in the Philippines. And Chairman, with Francine, makikita natin na ang atleta po parang ginto. Bago yan kuminang, ang daming pinagdadaanan na proseso. So, ang daming pinagdaanan ni Francine bago niya nakuha yung gold. Wala po talagang first try gold agad.
Well, so when you talk about the challenges ng isang developing sport, ng isang emerging sport, Princess Jaisel, very briefly, anong mga challenges ninyo?
Well, una, ang hirap kasi though konti lang ang kailangan namin na equipment kasi ang kailangan mo lang magpalakas, tumakbo, magbuhat, ganyan, no? But in the arena, ang kailangan mo lang mats. Alam naman natin na ang bansa natin ay hindi mayaman and that ang Pencak Silat, of course, the NSA, hindi naman po kami, we just get support from the Philippine Sports Commission but only for our NTPs. Yung mga national team lang, and we have no support doon sa regional. So ang ginagawa lang po natin kapag may mga palaro, we ask help also of the Philippine Sports Commission, pero ang pinaka-main challenge dito, papaano sila magkaroon ng mga equipment. So, ang naging sistema po, Chairman, is that kung mayroon mga international competitions like ng SEA Games, which we hosted, marami tayong kinailangan na mats. And dalawa lang naman ang gym, national gym natin. Isa sa Ultra and isa sa Rizal. So, ang dami pong mats ay two sets plus 2 sets for training. So, ito po, we can ask, ang ginagawa po namin, we ask the Philippine Sports Commission to just donate this to provincial so that they can also have equipment for their training as support po ng NSA.
All right. Well, I'm running out of time here, pero Francine, let me ask you very briefly again, anong pinaghahandaan mo ngayon at mga competitions mo na mga susunod na laban?
Yung alam ko po this year is yun nga po yung World's Beach Games po sa Cebu, which is, I think, nangangailangan po ng mga sponsor pa talaga. Kaya po sana may mga makabigay po ng sponsor para matuloy po talaga. At the same time, for next year is madami po talaga kaming mga lalaroin, which is, I think, 5 competition po. Kaya po sana po is masubaybayan niyo at masuportahan niyo kami mga Pencak Silat, Silat po. Sana po makita niyo at ma-appreciate niyo kung gaano kaganda po yung sports namin. So, hindi ko ma-mention yung mga laro next year kasi nga clueless po talaga ako, pero basta SEA Games at World Championship next year pa.
Alright.
Yan.
Alright. Princess Jaisel, before magpaalam kayo, gusto ko lang again, siguro anyayahan mo yung mga kabataan natin at of course yung mga mahihilig na sa sports na subukan ng Pencak Silat.
Yes, subukan niyo po ang Pencak Silat. Unang-una magpapasalamat po muna ako sa mga mothers o sa mga parents na naka-appreciate ng Pencak Silat at ipinapasok po yung ini-enroll yung mga anak nila sa mga Pencak Silat clubs in their provinces. Thank you very much for appreciating Pencak Silat. Open po tayo, but depende po sa mga clubs in your provinces if they have a registration fee. But sulit po yan kasi in Pencak Silat, hindi po ito offensive sports. This is a very defensive sports kung saan you get more points on defense rather than attacking the opponent. So this is a sports na ito, meron pa pong pang self-defense ang mga anak ninyo so that you can be sure that paglabas sila sa kanilang mga bahay, they can, they're ready to defend themselves.
All right. Well, mga kaibigan, ang Pencak Silat po ay isang sport na talagang lumalago, umuusbong, and we continue to support, of course, all of our sports. At lalong-lalo na ang mga atletang katulad ni Francine na talaga namang lumalaban para sa bayan. Princess Jaisel Kiram and Francine Padios, maraming salamat sa panahon na binigay niyo sa atin ngayong araw na to, and mabuhay ang Pencak Silat and of course ang Phil Silat Sports Association. Maraming salamat.
Salamat po.
Mga kaibigan, ang ating pong mga kasama sa sport na Pencak Silat. Naku, napakagandang laruin yan. Nung nakikita ko yung video niyan, talaga pong napakaganda. Alright, mga kaibigan, before we introduce our final guest of the day, balikan muna natin on some of our best moments sa kasaysayan ng palakasan this week in sports history.
Power and Play with Kom Noli Iala.
October 6, 1996 or 26 years ago, nagretiro sa basketball sa unang pagkakataon si Michael Jordan. Nagretiro si Jordan ilan buwan lang matapos patayin ang kanyang amang si James Jordan Sr. Nangyari yan matapos dalhin ni MJ sa unang three-peat ang Chicago Bulls. Nag-baseball si Jordan matapos magretiro sa basketball, pero bumalik din naman siya sa NBA noong 1995. So, Jordan retires from basketball for the first time this week in sports history. What a moment indeed nung panahon na yon, and of course everybody remembers the shock just hearing the news of Michael Jordan returning But of course, he came back and played again, and the rest is history, as they say. All right, at this point, mga kaibigan, it's time for us to bring the lights back on a particular sport and a particular athlete in the spotlight.
Power and Play with Kom Noli Iala.
And ngayong araw pong ito, we put the spotlight on downhill skating. And we are lucky to have with us in the studio, live, face-to-face interview natin muli. Walang iba kung hindi ang lalaban sa World Skate Games 2022 in Argentina, Mr. Tom Romualdez. Good morning, Tom. Thank you so much for dropping by.
Good morning, Noli. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this opportunity, and congratulations for you're the newly appointed PSC chairman.
Thank you so much, Tom. Well, first of all, let me just get about talk about downhill skating.
Yeah.
Tell us about downhill skating. How is this played, and what is the objective of the sport?
All right, so I would like to say, downhill skateboarding is basically like the F1, like the Formula One of skateboarding. It's basically a race, right? It's a race to the bottom of the hill. There's a start line and there's a finish, and basically karera yan, diba? And it's a bracketing system, so basically it's an elimination round.
Right.
So we race in heats of 4, and the top 2 advance until you reach the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then eventually the finals. Yeah.
So the objective here is really time coming down the hill, and that seems to me like a very dangerous sport. Huh?
It is a very dangerous sport. It's very high risk. It's an adrenaline rush. It's an extreme sport, really.
Yeah.
So basically the format works like Formula One. So we have practice, we have qualifying, and then we have race day. So qualifying, that's time trials. You're going down. You're not racing with anyone. You're racing yourself, right?
Right.
So you're trying to go as fast as possible, and then after that, you're seeded into race heats.
Yeah.
And then that's when the elimination rounds begin.
Tom, we did very well. Maganda ang pinakita natin in the Southeast Asian Games in 2019. We had 6 medals in skateboarding.
Yeah.
And of course, part of that was the gold medal won by Jaime De Lang in downhill skateboarding. You are now going to be competing. Let me ask you, how did you get into this sport? I mean, what year did you get into this?
So I actually started.
You seem very young, Tom.
Seriously,
You seem very young.
I'm 24.
24,
Yeah.
that's so young. Okay, all right. But when did you start?
So I started when I was I started really skateboarding in local events when I was around 15 years old.
Wow.
But I started when I was around 12. I saw a YouTube video, and then my dad bought me a longboard, and then I started just skating around their village, and just really I really enjoyed it. But I really started seriously racing when I was 15. Yeah.
And who introduced you to the sport?
So basically, I was it was just
really just
a
watching
bunch of friends watching on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then napasama ako sa mga friends ko na, uy, meron mga nagsiskate dito, longboard.
Wow.
So sumama lang ako, and
Oh.
then obviously when I joined them, it's like, uy, may magagaling pala dito, may scene dito. Diba? And so after that,
Where did you start doing downhill skateboarding?
in Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa?
In the Santa Rosa area,
Wow.
yeah. New Valley.
New Valley.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I started doing it, and then I basically learned that ay may magagaling dito. So I joined them, and then eventually they said, "Sama ka." You know? They noticed me in an event, it was like a slide jam event, and I joined, and then I realized na, "Oy, okay to." Diba? Masaya.
Now that you're more into it,
Yeah.
Do you have professional coaching now?
Yeah, we do. Actually, this is very interesting because our coaches during the 2019 SEA Games, makakalaban namin.
Ngayon?
Oo, they're Australian. Si Harry Clark, the world champion.
Yes.
And Josh Evans. They're actually we're gonna be racing against them in this event. So it's very exciting. We get an opportunity to race with our coaches.
Wow.
Against them.
And improve, that you've learned a lot from them.
Exactly.
I see a lot of your scratches on your arms.
Yeah. Madami yan, madaming battle scars.
Grabe, no? It really looks like you came from a war. But despite that, obviously you like the sport. What do you like about it?
Man, there's a lot about it. The I think for me, it's really just the feeling you get, and everything, all the problems that you have just disappear, and you're just in this zone, And but most of the aside from that, I think it's really the family and the community that we have, because skateboarding really has a strong sense of community.
Well, that's good. And talking about family, Tom, you come from a very prominent family. Your name obviously is a prominent name, especially at this time. Are you related to the president at all?
Oh yeah, actually he's somehow related to my mom's side actually.
Your
my mom's
side.
the Romualdez. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. My mom's dad is the Bejo Romualdez. So,
Bejo Romualdez,
yeah, younger,
the sister, the brother, the younger brother of
Imelda Marcos,
the first lady, of the former first lady.
Yeah.
So you're the president is actually your uncle.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Yes.
and that's my question, because my question is, given this kind of sport, how dangerous it is. How dangerous it is.
How does my mom feel about that?
Do you get support from your family?
Yeah, for sure I got support. But when I was younger, my mom was always so scared, and also my dad. But I told them, Mom, Dad, this is what I love. And my parents are very, very, my whole family is so supportive of me. And they said, if that's what you love, just please, use protective gear, be safe, and, tell us where you are, and try not to skate. Because when I was young, I was skating a lot of open roads.
Open roads.
So where do you practice? Diba? We practice on mountain roads.
That's
diba?
right. That's right.
Yeah. So, but now, we got smarter, and then we have a lot of support now, diba? Both from the local government, PSC, and now we're able to close roads and have proper practice.
I read I was going through some literature about downhill skateboarding, and I saw that the need for equipment, a helmet, pads, and obviously the right longboard.
The right longboard, yeah. So the equipment is a very important aspect of the sport. Just like in Formula One, your race car is a very important thing, right? You're one with it, right? So we have leather suits and aerodynamic helmets.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we have special skateboards, and the trucks. Basically, the steering mechanism is what's very crucial. Yeah, and it's very fine tuning. You depending on the track, depending on the setting of where you're racing. We change wheels depending on the run, depending on who we're racing. It's very strategic.
Nice.
It's both a physical and the mental thing.
It sounds so interesting. It sounds it sounds so complicated as well. So how do you train? I mean, it looks like a very demanding sport, because you'll have to be very focused. You have to be very strong, I suppose, in your legs, legs, and your core.
Well,
how do you train?
It's actually really everything. Legs, upper body, and core. Your core is a big part for sure. You're right, and basically, we have a combination of strength training, explosive functional training, and then of course skateboarding. So our training is a mix of many things,
right.
And we have to do this on the daily.
What's the most important skill for a skateboarder, downhill skateboarder?
The most important skill, I guess, that would probably be your awareness of space. Awareness of space, along with obviously just being able to skateboard and having all the basic skills. But I think when it comes to racing at a very high level, it's really that the awareness of space and knowing your weaknesses and strengths. Kasi, Noli, it's all about who can make less mistakes.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, that's all about that.
And obviously, the less mistakes, the faster is the time, and that's
correct.
That's the whole objective.
That's the whole objective.
You are competing in the World Skate Games in Argentina, of course, in the downhill skateboard event. How can you tell us about this particular event? You said that this is the World Cup of
parang
skateboarding.
ganun. Because this event actually happens every 4 years.
Every 4 years now. How did you qualify?
I was actually the only Filipino who skated the last World Skate Games in Barcelona, 2019.
I see.
And then, of course, during the SEA Games, we had the whole series of regional and national qualifying events. And I was in the training pool already. So, that's how I qualified for it. But this event is really a big event. And the last time, I was the only Filipino who skated, diba? And I think I placed top 15 in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, and the closest mga Asians were probably 50 something. So,
right.
there's really a big chance. And now I'm going to Argentina with a team, diba? And
So it's a lot better now.
of course, it's a different, the feeling of having teammates and having that kind of support. And I'm going to be going with actually Jaime and Duke, the SEA Games medalist, and of course, our only girl, Rydel Abarico from Surigao del Norte.
Okay.
So
what is the goal? What is the goal here,
To win.
Tom?
to win, to do our best and try and win. I mean, that's something we always strive for. You know, we don't settle, and we're just gonna do our best. We're gonna go there and try to win.
How important is this for you?
It's very important. This is, I have sacrificed a lot. My family sacrificed a lot to, really support me in this career, and all my life it's been downhill skateboarding.
And when you look at this now, how much of an impact will this particular competition have, insofar as trying to propagate the sport? Because obviously, this is a young sport. This is a sport for a lot of the young kids that actually are very interested. But how do you promote this sport in the Philippines?
So, in terms of popularity, after Marjeline Didal won the 2018 Asian Games, things really started to change. And, she's our number one Olympic bet. And, government started to notice, we have a chance in this. And we got support. Now, I really think that we still have to focus on, content creation, media, and really exposure.
Yeah.
And then, of course, really getting the youth engaged and really focusing on the next generation.
Do you think this is a sport that's fit for Filipinos?
Yeah, I really would
I mean,
say.
when you look at the world stage and competing against, as you said, the world's best, which you will be doing in Argentina.
Yeah, I really think that, we everywhere in Luzon, Mindanao, Visayas, we really have, I see the potential. Now we just need to bring it out, bring it out and really support these athletes and give them that support that they need. Because, when I was just in Alegria in Surigao del Norte a couple weeks back, and I was there skateboarding, training camp, and with the locals there. And when I saw them, these guys are skateboarding. Their skateboards are made out of marine ply.
Local.
They have
local materials.
Local materials, and they're all their wheels are broken, and they're so good. If we get these these athletes of ours on proper equipment, man.
And of course,
it's going to be crazy to
the
see.
Facilities, obviously.
Of course, yeah,
that's something that we need.
that's what we really need.
Yeah.
And if we can get that, we can win.
Well, we're hoping that, of course, many people will support skateboarding, and of course, from the Philippine Sports Commission, we will continue to support a lot of these emerging sports, especially for the young. So, I guess, Tom, maybe you can invite our Filipino fans to support the skateboarding, and of course support you in the coming championships.
I hope you guys can support the Philippine team of downhill skate and skateboarding in general, and in the Philippines. This is an upcoming thing, and abangan nyo na lang. Give us all we need is just a little bit of support. If you guys are behind us, we're gonna do our best. We're really gonna do our best to win.
And of course, they will be praying for the entire delegation going to Argentina.
For sure, support. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. That will be a big help.
Absolutely. Come on, give us your
my Instagram
account.
My Instagram account is tommyboy.romualdez, and my TikTok is, I think, Tom Romualdez. Yeah.
Alright.
Wala pa akong masyadong madaming followers.
Sundan natin Tommy Boy Romualdez, and of course Tom Romualdez. Tom, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Noli.
And coming over today.
Thank you.
Alright, mga kaibigan, just before we go, salamat nga pala kay Riza Diaz for bringing Tom over here in the studios. Before we finish our show, gusto ko lang pong basahin ang lahat ng mga nanalo sa ating Joyride Joyride Super App Top Up promo. Ang nanalo po sa atin si Aldrin James Alvarez, John Bernard Manalo, Geraldine Hedemi Soriano, Rob Andrew Dongyapon, and Mayas Manuel Monteverde. Lahat po kayo ay makakauwi ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App sa ating Joyride Top Up promo on Power and Play. I'd like to read some of the guys who sent their yung kanila pong komentaryo sa ating tinatanong ngayon. Dapat na ba magkaroon ng challenge rule ang PBA? Sabi ni Zaldi Sanjonia, yes po ako, dapat po talaga magkaroon ng challenge sa call ng mga referee dahil minsan nagkakamali din naman sila. From Rosa Moore, sabi niya yes na yes dahil hindi naman eagle eye ang mga referees. From Earl Grimares, yes, it's about time to level up the game. From Justin Benito, for me, yes po, not only changes systems, bagkus matrain po na mahusay mga players. I mean, gayahin po natin ang strategy ng mga basketball players sa ibang bansa. From June Lumen, yes, kailangan na ipatupad para sa mga questionable calls ng referees. And then Doc Agamohe, dapat i-consider din ng PBA ang effort or hirap ng laban sa bawat katawan ng manalo lamang, pero sa maling tawag, mawawala ng saysay ang pinaglalaban. Talaga namang napakarami pong komentaryo ng ating mga fans, and I think the overwhelming sentiment is lagyan na natin talaga ng technology ang sports, because sports is an exact science. Ang mga atleta po natin are training so hard, and if we miss out on a one particular call, one particular element of the game, it just nasisira po, na itatapon ang pagsisikap ng ating mga atleta. And of course, we don't want that to happen. Alright mga kaibigan, that'll do it for us this morning sa Power and Play. We'd like to thank everyone who was part of the show, and of course lahat po ng ating mga fans na sumuporta. Lagi po nating sinasabi sa ating show tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit. And of course, sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inay ko po. Happy Sports Weekend mga kapatid! More power, more play.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, tsumbe, sibay, lakay.